So, behind the wheel again, and this time with Thierry.
Hello, Johan.
Hey, Thierry, good to have you in the car. And Thierry, you have been in this industry for a long time.
Yes.
And
Hey, what is here? Who take my seat? Who are you?
I was invited before you.
But you're Thierry. Ah, Thierry! How are you, my friend?
Very good, very good. But we are driving. Be careful.
Okay, I shut up and I listen.
yeah, you stay safe in the backseat. So, Thierry, you have been in this industry for a long time, working with Ultra HD a lot,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And then nowadays you're doing other stuff as well. But maybe we should start talking about codecs and so on. What are the latest and greatest in the coding
Yes.
space?
So first, I will project us in the future with Apple 15 announcing AV1, which was good after 5 years of waiting, but also bring you to the past with people discovering
Can you drive fast? Can you drive fast? Sorry.
people discovering that content-aware encoding is a great technology to reduce the bitrate. So I think you operators are going to have a lot of options, and for that I would refer to a post I made on OTTverse recently, which is a good model of what you can do with multiple options, the codec, the content-aware encoding, and obviously the device, because if you don't have the device capability, you cannot make miracles.
Yeah, I mean that is the traditional challenge with codecs, right? Is that it takes a long time from a new codec
Yes.
getting out from an academical perspective
Yes.
until you have it in the devices.
Correct. So just to tell you one data point, HEVC standard 2013, deploy at scale this year with people telling you between 60 and 70% of US device are today reading HEVC. 10
Yeah, no,
years.
so it's that's a long time. It's a
Yes.
really long time. So another thing that also has some time to roll out is resolutions and stuff like that. So when we
Yes.
introduce new resolutions, we went from SD to HD to 4K, and now we are exploring 8K.
Yes.
And so, what do you think about that?
Okay.
It seems to be going slower and slower.
So full disclosure, I was founding president of Ultra HD From in 2015. And in 2023, we still have people doing HD, HDR, Amazon Prime announced, which is a great achievement. But of course, movies on Netflix, Amazon, 4K HDR. And you probably read the news that 8K is not doing very well because it's consuming a lot of power. And the studio are also not very motivated.
Yeah.
But one thing I would say on 8K is got a great future for device like the Apple Vision Pro. And I think we just need to be patient with 8K and not try to sell it to people who have not even deployed 4K services.
As I say, maybe 8K actually isn't a format for traditional living room TVs. Maybe it's a format more for other kind of screens.
Immersive, and of course, I can predict by 2033, 10 years from now, when you flood the 5G network with HD or UHD maybe, you'll need a better codec, for sure. We all know that the bandwidth is not free, although some people want to explain you we can have infinite bandwidth. So we need to be careful, and we need, especially if we want to be green, we need to reduce the power on the transmission, especially mobile is going to be an important topic. So
Yeah.
just be patient.
You touched upon it now that, of course, the combination of a growing streaming usage, but then also that bitrate is going up due to, while we have better codecs, if we increase the resolution, maybe the bitrate actually goes up anyhow.
Yes.
So what do you think, how are we going to manage all of this? Because I know that you have been working with also with CDN.
Yes, so
recently.
the CDN, as you know, is a topic which is difficult to avoid, and your company is building CDN. And I think what we figured out, the traditional CDN approach, I put my caches, I go to peering point, I fight with ISPs, is probably not going to be the future for too long. You see now ISP being more proactive, having either their own CDN. Orange is making an announcement at this show, but you see also ISP hosting caches because they are forced to do so. And if they host the Netflix caches, why not hosting the caches from other company who would be able to optimize the traffic? So I think this world is going to transform. That's what I am doing as a daily basis. Your media transformation, my company, is helping people to go to the next level.
Cool. No, I fully agree. I think that the CDN concept as it was designed, if you will, or defined 15 years ago, today there's a completely different kind of technology available that wasn't around when the CDN 1.0, if you will, generations were defined. And of course now, especially if you take into sustainability aspects and so on, and simply that you want to avoid having single purpose infrastructure as far as possible, there is a great opportunity to build new kinds of CDNs that are more kind of on-demand CDNs, and that are maybe not entirely, but at least partly elastic.
Yes.
And also I think another thing, that in the old days when you built a CDN, you built a CDN to manage your own service, your own traffic.
Yeah.
And nowadays the networks have to cope with traffic from a lot of different services and so on. And as a matter of fact, it's unlikely that any CDN will be able to cope with all traffic. So at the most challenging streaming events, you're most likely going to have to work with all the infrastructure that is available. You can't you can't have the ambition to build out your own infrastructure for those very challenging events.
And I think one topic you touched but you didn't elaborate is the cloud-based architecture you can bring to the ISPs in order to have a flexible approach. The soccer match, Ruben, Germany plays against France at the next World Cup, will be a big hit. So I think
who will win?
I don't know. The French just lost the last game, so maybe less sure of the result. But when you have peak event, you need to have cloud infrastructure to deal with it.
Yeah.
If it's fixed function, good luck with that, especially if you have to talk to your CFO.
Yeah. No, and also from or your chief sustainable officer won't like that either. So you have two powerful guys to convince that that's a good idea.
And we need to evolve. We need to transform. We should not be scared. AI, CDN, cloud, everything has to transform the society, and I think we need to adopt all those technology and not be scared of it.
Yeah. So very good. I think we are kind of almost at our stop. I don't know, is there anything else you think we should cover before we park this car?
I want to thank Agile Content for inviting me in this car ride, and also my friend behind, although he's making noise, to be part of Agile Content. So it's a really good combination. Thank you, Thierry.
We'll stop here. Thank you for watching.